Hey everyone, Magic Lover here doing a little Commander one-on-one replay. Normally I don't do replays, but this was a game that, because there's a lot of background noise, I didn't record. I just figured I'd just play a game and not bother. And I was testing out a couple new cards, but it had such an epic finish that I had to do a replay on it just because it was one of my favorite U-turns. I was getting creamed, thought I was down for the count, and well, show you what happens. So, excuse me, I'm playing my my Ghave, deck, my normal commander deck, and open this up here. Just playing against a Mayael of the Anima base deck. I started off, being able to do a little mana production, get my base set, start making a couple critters. My goal was to try to get enough, black mana to hit this Ghave pact, which allowed me to do some wonderful things. But he hit an Elvish Piper, so he's got two, look for fat and drop it, and a Seedborn Muse, so he can do it repeatedly. And then this thing, which I find incredibly annoying, and I love things that make big tokens. But the giant Adaphage. So, things are going poorly. For whatever reason, and this is kind of the odd one, I guess he just wanted the token to go for the beatdown, but he didn't attack Elspeth there. He attacked me to get the token. I think if he took Elspeth out there, I was done. So I figure he's not going to do that twice. Now, it did help that he whiffed on a Mayael search there, which made me pretty happy. I get Juniper Order Ranger down. Figure he's going to kill Elspeth, and the life isn't going to do much for me at this stage, so I figure, okay, I'll just start pumping Juniper Order and getting some big critters out. That way I'll have enough to double all my tokens, and that'll make him ginormous and give me enough blockers that I could chump out even 7/7s. So that's the plan at this point. Then I find a Court of Calling. That always makes me happy anytime I got lots of critters. He unfortunately hits this Scar Goliath. Also, it's a Sylvan Primordial, blows up my Orza Basilica, which means there's no way I'm putting Grave Pact down. Privileged Position didn't hurt me in this game because I really wasn't targeting much. I could have gone after with that, but didn't really need to. So now here's where it got a little crazy. So on my turn, I hit the Saproling Symbiosis to give me lots and lots of critters, so that I figure, I can cord for whatever I need. Now, I'm doing the math. I'm at 8. He lands a Yossi, hits a Terastodon. I think if I did the math right, if he didn't blow up any of my lands, I was dead. But he nukes 3 of my lands, gives me the 4/4s, and attacks. And then the party wasn't counting on, I Court of Calling'd using my least, important blockers to grab Elesh Norn, which, after a lot of math and me in the tank for a minute, was the only thing that was going to do it. If I grabbed, because they had, Trample, I couldn't grab, Hornet Queen, or, and I only had 2 lands, so grabbing something like Avenger wasn't going to do it either. So I really just needed to soak up as much damage as possible. I didn't have anything to block flying, so Yosei thankfully was going to get knocked down to 3 from 5. I could have actually let something else go, but since they're all 5s anyway, I just said, okay, I gotta grab Norn. And if he had anything else, so he's still got 2 cards in hand, and if he had anything else, any sort of combat trick, like essentially to nuke this, I was dead. He didn't, so I managed to wipe most of his board. He puts a Balefire Dragon into play, but again, I figure since he didn't nuke Elesh Norn and just go for the win last turn, he probably doesn't have spot removal. He doesn't have anything with first strike. I still run the risk of, him dropping something huge into play with first strike, because if we can kill Norn before the rest of them hit, I'm dead anyway. I swing with everything, including Norn. He does drop a Baneslayer, but it's not big enough, and I actually got there. I had to swing with everything to do it. So even with the Baneslayer, I did manage to pull that one out, which I thought was a pretty interesting turnaround from being alpha struck to alpha striking back. So that was just a fun one, even though I did not manage to land Grave Pact. I still managed to do enough production to get him down, and Court of Calling proved its worth. So anyway, just a fun replay. Felt like throwing up. And thanks for watching.